Alright, good afternoon everybody. I'm glad to see the thousands of you sitting here. I actually prefer it that way. I have a little bit of stage fright, but don't tell the boss, please. Alright, so in a practice, yes, your patients are important, but a patient's clinical document is just as important. If your patient is sitting in front of you today and comes back tomorrow, are you going to remember exactly what you wrote down? Alright. On our system, we have a lot of clinical documents that we can offer to you. I've worked with many practices over my few years at GoodX, and I've identified a few that I find the most important. Firstly, a quick note. On our quick note, there are 4 different ways to be able to use it. The first one is to be able to add an image. So you can do this by either uploading a photo that you've previously taken, or even through our capture app, it will upload here. That way, if your patient maybe has a skin lesion or something like that, you can have a very good image of that uploaded onto the file. Our second option is our voice recording. Now this is very nice for our practitioners that are not necessarily fast typers, but want to have the information on the system. You can record it. We can record in English and Afrikaans. So it's a voice-to-text function that will populate into the text box over there. You can also save your recordings. Third, you can type your notes. If we have any fast typers here, you can just type out your notes. We can also pre-save a template for you, which is easy to also just pop in extra information. And then the fourth option is to upload PDF documents, which is later able to be found in the screen as you can see up here. One of our next clinical documents that is important is a script. Okay? You are maybe not a dispensing practitioner, but your patient needs medicine. You don't want to maybe write it out, so we do a script for the patient. Okay? So you will be greeted when you open up your script with a screen that looks like this. If you have filled in our examination form, which was spoken about earlier on today, your diagnosis code will have pulled through already. If you have not made use of the examination form, you can just type it into the first diagnosis block and it will populate through the rest of your script. Next, you will add the medication. And there are 2 ways to be able to do this. One, by searching in the bar for the type of medicine. So let's say you want to prescribe Panado for your patient, you will type in Panado and the different types, the syrups, the different strengths, the different flavors, all of that will populate and you are able to choose it. And then by clicking on the blue plus over there, you can add more medication as you go along. The other way to be able to do this is with a macro. Now, a macro is a combination that you have saved previously on the system of medications that you would regularly prescribe. So if you have a patient that, as example, has pneumonia and you prescribe the same thing for all your pneumonia patients, it's just easy to make use of the script. So what we've done here is we've done a migraine cocktail, and if you look to the bottom over here, it's got everything that we would add, that it would automatically add onto your prescription. And there we have a script. Now, as you can see over here, this one has already been signed. Now, this is possible on our system. If you upload your signature beforehand, you enter it with a 4-digit PIN of your choosing. It will put your signature on and you can then print or email it. Now, being a paperless practice, ideally we would like to mail it. Another great thing is we are GoodX integrated. So, once you have done your prescription and it has saved, we have an option at the bottom here that says pharmacy. If you select that, it will bring up pharmacies. You search for the one of the patient's choosing. Okay, so if the patient says, I'll go to GoodX in Raslow Center, you type that in and it will send the script through to the pharmacy. You can then also tell the pharmacy how the patient would like to receive the medicine. Are they going to collect it themselves? Do they need to make use of the delivery? Or is somebody going to collect on their behalf? You can then also say payment type. Would the patient like it to go through medical aid, or will the patient be paying for it in cash? You can add any extra comments that you would feel like, and also mark whether it is urgent. Although we know a sick patient is always urgent. Once you have clicked the submit button, it will go through to the pharmacy and it will tell you it has been through, and you will then get a picture like that with the script where it will also indicate where we have sent the prescription. That is your confirmation as well as an order number that you are able to provide to your patients, so that they can walk in and say script this or order number this, and they can collect their medications. Okay, up next is a sick note. Yes, sir. So at the moment we are still only Dis-Chem integrated. We are looking to do other pharmacies. But I do have a way, I'll come see you afterwards quickly, and I can tell you how we can at least help with other pharmacies so long, whilst we're waiting for an integration. Okay, so up next, yes. Yes. I'll also help you afterwards. I'll take you to a table and then I'll show you where to find them. Please, sir. I would definitely like to fix that for you. Alright, so then on our sick note, we know that if you're off sick, you need to have a doctor's note, and our system allows you to do that as well. So again, when you open up the medical certificate, this is the screen you are greeted with. Again, if you have previously filled in your ICD-10 code on the examination form, it will pull through to the field over there. Okay, date of treatment is the date that the patient was physically seen by you as practitioner. Absent from, so over there, you will add the first date. You can also, for our surgeons or somebody going in for an operation, do a predated one so that they can already arrange their sick leave. If you add the total number of days, it will give you the final date that your patient is off sick. You can also do it the other way around. If you've entered in your first date and your last date, it will give you the total number of days in the middle. So either way, if you feel you don't know the date 4 days from now, your patient must be off for 4 days, you pop in a number 4, it will generate the date for you. It will also block you if you are trying to put your dates in wrong, to say you are off from the 13th of November to the 12th of November. The system will block you. Okay, our system has also now got a new function, which is a work from home sick note. So your patient is feeling a bit under the weather, is a bit contagious, but it's okay to work. You can recommend to work from home, and you put in your dates there as well. Should you want to follow up, you can add that on there. And also, if it's maybe a patient that is working with heavy machinery and has injured himself and has a process to go, you can also recommend light duty. Okay? Any extra information at the bottom here, in my opinion, to my knowledge, or as informed, in my opinion, is always, you've seen the patient, this is your recommendation. We have the to my knowledge and as informed there, for those patients that constantly phone you and say, listen, I have a headache, but we all know they were just busy doing other stuff there. So you can also cover yourself as a practitioner as to not be in trouble. Okay? And then also for work, school, sport, whatever the activity is that the patient is doing, which I feel is great because you personalize it per patient. Okay? Then at the bottom, we have a sick toddler or a sick baby. Mom or dad needs to stay home. You can also, in one go, as you are doing the child's script, you can also do one for the family member, with the dates that the mother, the father, whoever's looking after the child can go there, and then you just print that along with your child's script. Okay? And that is what your script will look like. Again, you can, if you have uploaded your signature onto the system, enter your 4-digit PIN and sign it off. Now, the great thing about the GoodX system is Yes, we can easily print this out for our patients, but do we need to? No, because all of our clinical documents can be emailed through to our patients. And should you ever be worried about maybe somebody trying to fraudulently copy your work, we have a way to fix that as well. All of our documents, our sick notes, our scripts have a QS code. Is there somebody that would like to scan that maybe quickly, please? Anybody? You all heard about our Grand Exchange this morning. This will take you through to our Grand Exchange, where it will actually view and tell you if what you are scanning and what you are seeing is exactly the same. Should the patient go to a pharmacy and the pharmacy would like to go in like this, they can actually claim the script so that nobody else can, which will minimize fraudulent activity. Because us as GoodX, we know it is a possibility. We want our practitioners to also be safe. Thank you. If you have any questions, anybody that would like to ask here, I know I will help you to at the end quickly. Anybody else? Yes, sir.
Can you scan it if you print it?
Pardon?
Can you also scan it when it's printed?
Yes. Yes. I just put this one up on the screen so that you guys could try. But yes, if it's printed, you can also scan it. Yes.
Some of the pharmacies don't want to accept it if it's a schedule 5 in the box.
Yes. So our system does stop you to sign it or digitally sign it if it's above the Schedule 5. So then they do request a printout rather, so that you can physically sign. Yes. Our system would say stop, it's above certain level. Yes, sir.
For the medical script, can you send also the barcode to the patient?
This, are you talking about that barcode?
Yes.
It will be on the script itself. So you can only, it will be on the script and you can mail the script and they'll be able to get it that way.
So the last one, on the quick note, there's no way where the doctor can sign checking open.
So on the quick note, not on the quick note, no. We do have another one that is a fairly new form, which is our doctor's note. And that one you will be able to sign. But the doctor's note is a little bit more complicated to explain up here, but I can also afterwards show you how our doctor's note works. Yes, and that one you can physically sign for if you want to give it to your patient. Are there any other questions? Great. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my talk for today. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a wonderful day and I've learned so much. Thank you.